Well, it is Friday night. What is everybody doing? I'm just setting things up right now. Let me get over here and do this business. Gotta get that and that. Okay, we're gonna go over here now and get this one done. Okay, that's always got to remember to mute my microphones on the other devices and stuff. Okay, mute it over there and put that here. And save. So, did everybody make it through the week without any problems? All right, we'll go back over here so I can see what's going on. Well, hey there, Robin. How are you this evening? With 9:44, I just popped on for a little bit and see what everyone's up to. It's a Friday night. How did your local schools do tonight? Did you have a winning team or did you have a defeated team? You still here? Well, that's better than not here, right? My school team, they were at the end of the first quarter 22-6 up on top. So I hadn't seen any updates on the scores. I don't know if they have mercy rule in football or not. I don't think they do. Let's put you over here so I can see what's happening over here. Well, I know because I follow the school athletics page, and that's the only way I know what's happening. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm on the Truckers TV side. See, what do we got? We got 4 people tonight on YouTube so far. Oh, that's good. Oh, I'm trying to find the school the page. I know it's here somewhere. So, like I said, I hope everybody had a good week and no problems arose. And getting ready. Well, I'm sorry. I got that southern, what they call that, southern. I'm polite and proper. I'll just put it that way. Yes, ma'am. That's it. I'm a southern gentleman. They say with age comes wisdom. So therefore, I don't have wrinkles. I have wisecracks. I'm just scrolling, what I'm doing right now. Seeing what's happening in the world. I don't know why I do it because I do it every day. Nothing different, just same old stuff and just a different day. Seeing if I can come across some good news on here. But there's no good news. Oh, look here. One of my classmates, she posted some old pictures. Senior year pictures. I'm not in them, but my classmates are. Shame, shame, shame. Somebody overslept. Somebody overslept this morning. Well, that was the 21st. That was last week. Shame on you. You know what I'm talking about. I just don't understand. I don't get uh, the get up and go from drinking coffee. It's just some type of liquid that I put in my body that don't give me any more, any less, any more of energy. And I drink it straight out of the pot and no additives added. 28 to 18. That was in the third quarter. That was 58 minutes ago. Let me go to their webpage because the game's over with. So 421 in the fourth quarter. That was 9 minutes ago. So at that point, it was 48 to 24 or 25, our team. So congratulations to Fountain Lake Cobras on a win this evening. It's a good way to start the season, but we've done it before and got skunked for the rest of the season. We'll see how it turns out next week. But that's good. They did pull one off. It was at the opposing team's field. And they've got a new football field. I think it's 2 years old now. It's basically the same as what we got. We got more of a stadium type field. Bleachers, the home bleachers are on the side of a mountain. And they're big. They're big, lots of seating. But also the opposing team side, the visitor side, it's a big one too, but it's on flat surface. But you don't want to step off the side of the hill. Don't jump the fence. Because if you go down, you go down, and you don't stop till you hit the bottom or hit a tree. But that's a good deal. All right, let's get off of that page. Was yesterday's. Excuse me. So where's everybody at tonight? They out at the honky tonk? Surely they can't be in bed at 10 o'clock. Well, it's 10 here, 11 in other places, and 8 o'clock in others. Just goes down the list. So I still hadn't talked to Dennis. I don't know what's happening with him. I'm sure some other people have. Get that there. Let me see something here. Let's see something here. Oh, come on here. Push the button. Got to push the button. Uh, Guess nobody wants to come over here tonight. Going through my list here real quick. Oh, I did. I sent a message to Henry the other night. He got back with me and said he's been busy trying to get everything set up for his yard sale and moving. He's gonna move in with his mother and help take care of her is where he's moving to, which is a good thing. I'm glad that he is. So they can keep each other company and hopefully keep them out of trouble. But other than that, that's the only person I've chatted with. I wanted to try and reach out to uh, a couple of people, but they've never responded back to me. I guess I pissed them off too much. No, I don't want to. Somebody. New message. No, I don't want a new message. I want to find somebody. Why is it not? Let me increase the size of that page. Text. Let's see if I can do it this way. I don't understand this. There we go. Now I figured it out. Get it back to where it's at. All right. There's Patty. What are you up to, girl? I ain't seen you in forever. I was beginning to think you don't like me no more. Yeah, we get a lot of people see that want to start this up, and they give me a thumbs up, but they don't ever stick around. It's the way it normally is, though. And this is a Friday night. You would think there'd be a few more in here, but I guess it don't work that way no more. I miss them days. We had a whole lot of fun. Had a whole lot of people in here and just cutting up, raising Cain. Oh, they playing tonight. I hadn't had the TV on all day, so I don't know what's happening on it. I've been watching police chases and court cams and all that business. My usual. I sit here for hours and hours and do nothing but watch these videos. I've been good. Yeah, been good. How about yourself? You did okay? I see you over on that other page, and like I say, I drop in there every once in a while just to see what's happening, where he's at, and all of that. But I never say anything. He's busy. He's putting some hours in, some miles. Hey, there's Miss Judy. How you doing tonight? I almost pulled the trigger tonight and made my Walmart order, but I held off. Thought I better wait till get it Sunday. Keep it on a weekly schedule. I wanted to keep my name on there. Well, hey there, Jerry. What's happening? How you doing? I'm sitting here just doing nothing. Oh, he'll probably be around shortly. Oh, that's right. Another big game in the county tonight. Lake Hamilton versus Lakeside. That's a big, big to do here first of the year. You got the East Side School against the West Side School of the county. It's always a big to do. Used to be Lake Hamilton always won, but Lakeside's been a little bit stronger in the past few years. Ooh, the Salt Bowl in Bryant tonight. Ben beat Bryant 43-42. That's another big rivalry in the state. Last year they had a shooting in the parking lot. It was being played in Benton, and they had to cancel the game because of that shooting out in the parking lot. What am I looking for? Okay. Well, hey there. Is that Miss Tammy Winkler? Is that who that is? I tell you, it's sad. We're at the age that we've been losing a lot of people that we grew up listening to and watching on the tube, going to meet their makers, and that's sad. Oh, that's Jordan and myself. We were laying, and I don't have a lot of pictures of him. I wanted a good one, and so we were in my recliner in the bedroom, and he thinks he's the king of the perch, and he's laid up there, and I just stuck my phone down there and got that picture. You can't you can't see all of my head, but I wanted to get him in the picture more than me. He's laying over here beside me snoring. I guess he learned that from me. I broke down and bought some. Well, thank you, ma'am. Uh, Bought some of them cut up Polish sausages they have at the Walmart. I think I think it's I don't think it's Holmes. I'm looking at a picture of Holmes sausage. But anyway, I did not like it. It did not taste good. It's very expensive too. So I ended up buying a package of Johnsonville cheddar jalapeno sausages. Need to make them tomorrow. Ain't got no crowd or nothing like that. I don't know what I'd cook with it. If I had taters and I fried food, I'd make me some fried taters. Cabbage. I don't know. I might get me a head of cabbage and make me some fried cabbage and sausage. Let's see there. They're about head of cabbage about $20, isn't it? Been so long since I bought any. White fresh green cabbage. Not with Polish sausage. I did that. I bought some of them. Oh, I can't freaking remember what they're called, but they're little sausage links, but they're Polish sausage links, but they look like a regular breakfast sausage link. And I cooked some of them and made me some scrambled eggs. And the sausage is good, but it just didn't go with eggs. You know, if you got breakfast sausage, that's fine. I love breakfast sausages, burritos, but it's got to be true breakfast sausage. Now I do like Sonics. They're big. You got a lot of yeah, but I don't care for the sausage with chili either. I'm picky when it comes to my sausage. Just a plain head of cabbage is $2.59. Now, if you buy organic, it's $4.20 a head. Well, hey there, Alan. How you doing? Then you got the uh, red cabbage is 307 a head, and if you get the organic, it's 450. Napa cabbage, I don't know why they even call that cabbage. That's nothing. I do have a can of that Margaret Holmes seasoned cabbage. That's pretty good stuff. What in the world is that? Halushki. Get me a rutabaga. How many days we got left in this month? We got one, two, three. Three more days. And we'll be into September. This year's about over with. Blink your eyes, it's going to be Christmas, right? Or Thanksgiving. I got turkey from last year still in the freezer. I'm getting some of them chicken strips from Walmart Deli. I don't know what they call them. That's what they are. I got a a box of stuffing. I might make me some stuffing to eat with it. I know I will. Now that I know I can make it in the microwave. And it turns out pretty good too. Pretty good. Yeah, I'll make me some. I'll go ahead and fry me a head of cabbage with cut them sausages up and put in it. And I don't have no bacon grease. Oh well, I got some bacon. I can probably just make me some bacon and use it to cook it in. My stomach will pay for it. I know that. I don't I don't fry nothing. I ain't fried anything in probably 3, 4 years. And I couldn't tell you what that was. To be honest with you, what it was I cooked. I just don't fry a lot. I don't fry any food at all. I miss it. I was talking to nephew this evening, earlier. I said, why don't you make your uncle a pan of fried taters? He was grilling hot dogs and he's talking about what he is cooking. He's outside on the grill making that. And I can't remember what he's making with you. I says, that don't sound good at all. I thought maybe he's making some hamburgers or something. I'd say, bring me up one or two of them there burgers. Thank you kindly. But no, what he was making didn't sound too good. So I said, I'll pass. I just don't know why I'm end up with so much stuff in my shopping cart. Oh, I don't need that. Oh, that's got to get my temptations for the boys. Oh, listen at you. Jersey Mike's chicken salad. I've never got anything from Jersey Mike's. we had one in Hot Springs, but apparently they didn't do very good business. They didn't last long. It's kind of like Slotsky's. I always wanted to try it. It was there for maybe 3 years, and they shut down. Now it's a chicken joint. That's one thing Hot Springs is not short of is chicken joints. And actually, the ones I've ate at are pretty dang good. What's that one? I think it's called Slim Chicken. Now that's fit to eat there. I'm not kidding you. And they got good sides to go along with it. I don't cover up the chicken, with dipping sauce and all that. If I'm gonna have chicken, I want to taste the chicken. What's tomorrow? Saturday. I think I'll take a run up the road tomorrow. I got so much dang food in this house. Each week I'm buying something to stuff in the freezer. I had to squash the box to get it in that big freezer last week. Did I tell you about the trash can had a wreck the other afternoon? Well, I'll tell you anyway. If I told you, I'll tell you again. There's a wreck at the end of our driveway. And Jeremy said the truck hit the culvert on my end of the driveway, and it flipped it up in the air and went into the ditch between his culvert and my culvert. And he said he's watching it when it happened. He was outside and he heard it, turn around, he saw the truck in the air, and when it hit nose down in between the two culverts, he thought it was going to flip on its top, but it didn't. Well, unfortunately, my trash can and his trash can didn't make it. Mine was totally destroyed. So I got a police report and called the trash collection part at the county and told them, gave them the police report, and they delivered it a new one yesterday. So I got space to put my month's worth of garbage in. Let's see what's in the backyard. Down over here, we got a problem. I got a problem with spiders getting on my cameras. Oh, what was it? Last night, jeez, it was raining and my camera was getting tripped. It was crazy, just one right after the other. And I can't find a sensitivity setting on this new camera I got. Let's try this.
Place the device and mobile phone close to the
That. Don't want that. That's exactly what I do, Judy. Well, hey, Miss Rebecca, how you doing this evening? I'm sitting here just doing nothing. I don't have a clue what that business is. No, I don't have a. the sensitivity setting. So what I got's what I got. I'll just have to turn down my telephone at night so it's not as loud on that one camera, because I got that whole back covered with cameras. Hey, Alan, I hadn't talked to Dennis in quite a while. Apparently he was in the hospital, and I don't know if he got out or what happened or nothing. I sent him messages and he hadn't returned a response, so I don't know what's happening. I put peanut butter cookies, them Reese's peanut butter cookies that you have to bake them yourself. You remember mine that I made? I had on here, kind of black, with that kind of cookie. And I thought, I've got 2 packs of that stuff in my little freezer by my fridge. That's been in there since I burnt the other cookies. Well, actually, they've been in there before I had that episode. But anyway, I took them off. Because I figured they'd be in there the same amount of time the ones I got's been in there. And they're really easy to make if you just watch out and don't overcook them. I like crunchy peanut butter cookies, but them were a little bit overdone. I liked them. I ate them. I didn't throw them away. You don't throw cookies away. I'll give you. See, that's peanut butter cookies there. Well, looky there. The old lady finally woke up. Yeah. Diane, where you been? You a little bit late. And then Miss Karen, how you doing? Well, I wished I knew what happened to Dennis. I've reached out to him, and Andrew, like I said, the last one, I don't know what's happening with him. Andrew, the company he works for, a lot of his loads are secured loads where he goes and picks up and delivers, and he can't film. And they're not long hauls; they're short hauls right now. He's more local, so he doesn't want to make a bunch of short videos apparently. But if he wants to, he can. He's still on the docket. He can still stream with us. What do you mean you're not telling me? You got to tell me. Between you and Henry and Patty, I don't know what you guys are doing anymore. Y'all just don't come around. I begin to think you don't like me no more. I do take showers so I don't stink. I take one a month, and whether I need it or not. How's that sound? I got to get my Great Value Country sausage gravy back in stock here. I like that stuff. Got me a couple of canned biscuits on the order list. Yeah, he finally messaged me. I reached out to him, and he returned my message and told me what was going on. And I thought, well, that's good. Maybe she can keep his ass straight and keep each other company, and he can be there to help her out rather than, having to go from his place to her house and all that. What do you mean overdone or burnt? Them are the perfect, consistent, well, not consistent, the perfect color. And like I said earlier, I like crunchy peanut butter cookies. I don't like them soft ones, them yicky. I never could stand eating cookie dough. Now I could clean out a cake bowl in a heartbeat, but not cookie dough. But yeah, I was glad to hear from Henry because it'd been a while. Didn't know what was happening with him. We're missing Miss Deborah. Well, they'll let you know if you got strong teeth or not. I'll put it to you that way. Yeah, if you got some good chompers, they perfect. I ate them cookies, didn't have no problem whatsoever. What was that? I can't remember what it was. Some kind of jelly candy, fruit candy. I don't remember if it was like I don't even remember what the candies are called anymore. Mike and Ike's. I would say more like a chewy jelly beans I was eating, and I chipped a tooth on it. And I've always, and I may have cracked it on. Always kept hard candy. Back when I was having to take diabetes medicine, I had to keep some kind of candy in my pocket. And I could have cracked it because I don't suck. I chew. I don't do that. I'm a man. I don't do that nasty stuff. So I chew them rock candies, and I could have cracked it, and it just the chewiness of it, sticky. It just pulled it out. What was it? The Great Value iced oatmeal cookie. You want to talk about some hard cookies. You need to get a hammer and bust them up before you try to eat them. They are some kind of hard. Where Ben is. Benny boy, Benny, Benny. I got Fortune at my feet and Jordan beside me, but I don't see where Benny's at. Benny, Benny. I don't know. I might go ahead and get them peanut butter cookies and take the head of cabbage off because in peanut butter cookies healthier than cabbage? I would think so. I'd actually come closer to cooking them than I would that head of cabbage. No, I'm going to stick with my cabbage. I've got to make myself try to cook something like that again. Have to put my chair up at the stove. My stool that I bought from Harbor Freight. That was the only reason why I bought it. It's like a bar stool. So I could start cooking, and I just said, nah, I'm happy the way I make it. I cook. See, I wish I could make stuffed cabbage or cabbage rolls because I love them. I love cabbage rolls. I may actually buy me some of them there egg rolls. All right, Judy, I'm gonna add egg rolls to my list. What flavor do I need to get? Because that's as close as a stuffed cabbage I'm gonna get. What the heck? Coda. What are they doing? Putting what? No. There ought to be a law against pictures showing these good looking products and they taste like crap when you get them. What is that? Crispy dill pickle slices fried. No, thank you. Chocolate pie. It's a chocolate pie. egg salad. Yeah, that's what I was talking about doing, is frying it. But chicken egg roll, I like all of them. It's just it's showing only one, and I know they got more. I bought a box of them mini tacos, frozen Walmart, and they wasn't good at all. Yuck, yuck. Oh, dadgummit. Well, you're welcome. More than welcome. You guys ought to know by now that, oh, I like to talk about food. Let's get to the frozen. Frozen. Oh, I forgot. I was going to make them meatballs today, and I just totally forgot about it. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll hold off going up yonder. What was I going to get? Whoa. Oh, Stouffer's. I ate me some Stouffer's stuffed peppers the other night. I tell you what, you just can't go wrong with that. The only downfall to it is so expensive. Them things are really expensive. What's the name of them? I wish I knew. Never can remember what brand I like. By God, I guess they only got one brand, and that's that Pagoda. I've never had a pot sticker. Never in my life have I ever. Let's do it this way. Now, I used to get the Innova Asian, the General Chow chicken. Last time I got it, I just cooked the chicken, didn't even put sauce on it. They got good chicken. I'll put it to them there. And I have never to this day ever ate them noodles, what do they call them, chow mein or something. Never have I ever had that. Let's get you back over there in this corner. Oh, smash burgers. Name is Philly something. They are good. They hate burgers. Around $10. I bought they're not smash burgers, but I bought some that I like them. Shoot, and you get 6 burgers for around $10. And I got 2 patties left. Hold off ordering some more. Like I say, I've got so much food, I don't even need to be looking at it right now. I need to buy some Texas toast, what I need to do. I like that. And just plain old garlic bread. Great value garlic Texas toast. I might get me some of that. Egg count. Five cheese. Texas Roadhouse mini rolls and honey cinnamon glaze. Garlic breadsticks. Well, there's that shrimp. What in the hell is it doing in bread? I guess it's breaded. I will eat Great Value brand breaded shrimp over any other on the market. That's some damn good shrimp. And I eat the breading on it too. That's got the best flavor. Let's go back. Let's just get boxes. I'm going to have to actually throw some shit out of the freezer to put it in there. I don't have room anymore. I've got a lot of stuff I need to throw away in that big freezer. All right, let's get off Walmart for now. Yeah, Jello and Cool Whip. I like that too. And see, that's something I miss making is fruit salad. I used to make a fruit salad out of, I get a bag of frozen fruit and get some grapes extra and some bananas and cut them up and put it all in there in that frozen fruit and mix it up with Cool Whip, and I'd call it good. That was so freaking good. And I hadn't done that in forever. And it's not hard to make. I like Jello and pudding, both. When I had shoulder surgery and I was in the hospital, crap, I probably ate a whole box of that stuff. A case of Jello cups. That's good stuff. Don't give me a couple more of them there Jellos. I don't care what flavor. Just grab a couple of them. Because in the break room there on the floor, the nurses always told us to just go in there and get us, if we want a soda or Jello or whatever's in the fridge, just get what we want. So that was a wrong comeback. They shouldn't have told me go ahead and get it because by God, I got it. And I enjoyed every spoonful of it. I might have took somebody's sandwich that I shouldn't have took too. I won't say I did or didn't. Hey, she told me to get whatever I wanted, so I did. when we had to go to Little Rock for her surgery, she had cancer on her tongue and had to have part of her tongue cut off. And she was in the hospital like 8 days. And there was nothing, and their food sucked. Everybody says hospital food's yucky, which, yeah, it is. Theirs was at Baptist Medical in Little Rock, but they had a Subway in the hospital, and it wasn't no better than than the hospital food. Now the breakfast, if they serve breakfast all day, I'd eat that all day, every day. I wasn't stealing. They told me to get what I wanted, so by gosh, I got what I wanted. They didn't put a limit on how much of it I got. Now maybe they should have, then I would have kept my limit. So have you ever heard of anybody getting their tongue cut off, part of their tongue? They took a third of her tongue out of her mouth. And do you know that your tongue will actually grow back? I would have never thought that. I would have thought it once it was gone, it's gone. But it don't go back fast, but it will come back. That's crazy, isn't it? Hey, fair game. That's part of what was in the refrigerator. So I enjoyed a sandwich. Or I may not have enjoyed a sandwich, or I may enjoy the sandwich. But I know the hospital that I went to a lot, that it wasn't for me, it was for dad and my mom. Their hospital food was so freaking good, and they had such a big variety. They had stations set up for whatever kind of food you wanted, and it was freaking good, and it was cheap. I can't tell you how many times dad and I went there just to have a meal. Ooh, her tongue was too long. Ooh, that sounds hot. I wonder if she could use it like a lizard or a frog or something with one of them there long tongues in her mouth. But no, it's that hospital's right there off the interstate. No fast food within walking distance. And so, what was it? Mom and dad came over one day, and they stopped at Burger King and got me a hamburger, or a couple of hamburgers, to be honest. Because I told them how bad the food was. I'd never tasted hospital food that bad, because here in Hot Springs, the two hospitals we have here, they both have good food. I never complained about it at all. When you can get a hamburger, they fry it right in front of you. on that griddle top. That's a good hospital. And freshly made French fries in a hospital. And they deep fried them too. Don't think they didn't. They had all kinds of food that you just ordered. It's like a restaurant. The menu, tell them what you want, and that's what you get. The VA in Little Rock is really good food. I always wanted to stop at Long John Silver's after we got through at the doctor visits and stuff. No, 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 no. We're going to eat breakfast at the VA. Oh, come on, Dad. No, we're having it at the VA. All right. They had good food. I don't turn down a whole lot of food. You can tell. I had my can of jalapeno Vienna sausages today for my meal for the day. Had some Ritz crackers and some Vienna sausages. They good. Can't can't complain about a can of Vienna sausages. I'm not fond. I got 2 cans of that bourbon barbecue Viennas, and I'm not fond of the flavor of them. I don't like the barbecue sauce on them. That other can, I'll probably just rinse them off, put them on a plate, put some mustard on it or something. I guess Miss Linda's done forgot about us. I hadn't heard or anything from her in quite a while. I seen Tanya, uh, the stream I did 3 streams back. She watched it and she liked the video, so I was glad to see that. Don't talk to her at all, but she's still around and when she can, she watches our videos. So we're one step closer to getting our property problem straightened out, brother and I. The lady that is taking care of it, she got the form filled out. She went to the courthouse, got what she needed, and took it home and filled it out for us. I do too, because nobody's making content anymore like we used to. We don't have anybody on the roads. I don't do this every day, and I understand if there's no new videos to watch. It's really, I can tell on the views in the background that there's not much content made, and I'm looking on the YouTube side right now. Okay. Let's get back to StreamYard. Yeah, I know. And I still don't know what's going on with him. No, I haven't talked to Frank since um, he was no longer with the page. I got a nasty message from his wife, and that's the last I've heard of him. You know, I don't have many people that I dislike that's come on and come through Truckers TV. And I don't have any hard feelings for most everyone. Well, how you doing, Miss Joyce? And but there is still people that just more or less it's better that they were no longer with Truckers TV. Well, how you doing there, Gerald? What you up to? I don't know. I never have heard, Diane. He doesn't respond to me when I message him. I don't know. He don't like me no more. I'm doing good, Joyce. Doing real good. So next weekend we'll probably go up to the cemetery and put up that bench up at my parents' graveside. We bought one and brother's got it at his house. We just hadn't got up there to put it in. I've got to get a couple of bags of Quikrete because I want to put the legs in concrete to make it secured to the ground. So I got to do that. Who are you talking about drunk, Diane? I'm drunk myself right now. Can you tell? I'm halfway through a 30 pack today. Just look at them cookies. I'm so proud of them. Them some good looking cookies. No, Diane, she's not. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So I made arrangements. I've fussed and complained on the websites in the last year or so with our local fire department. So I've arranged that I'll have a ride at the next board meeting. And so I'll be able to be in person and speak my piece. And anybody got bail money? I might have to start a GoFundMe to get my butt out of jail. I just don't agree with what's happening with it, and we're the ones that's suffering. It's not the fire department; it's the residents of the district. Because we're having to pay our dues. We're paying for it, and we're not getting the service that we deserve. They have board members that, if they don't like you, you're not going to be part of it. I don't care who you are. You can be qualified for positions on the department, and it don't matter. They'd rather do without than have the proper personnel on hand. Yo, you got a Walmart card to get me out, Judy? I don't think I don't know. I don't have no idea if they take cards at jail or not. Uh, Back when I was friend of mine, I'll put it that way. Friend of mine, when he got locked up, had to have cash or cashier's check, something like that. They didn't take credit cards. You know what? We just not making a whole lot of videos. I've made the last 3 or 4. Uh, Dennis had been coming into him. He never did come on stage, but he had been in the comments. Henry, he would come up here on stage with me, and we'd have a good time and talk about old stuff and whatever. And then he kind of, I guess, I don't know, he got occupied with something else, and he just didn't have the time anymore. I could never lure anybody back up on stage with me. Tina come on a couple of times. Oh, who else? There's been a few people that came up. Well, if it don't involve police chases and court cases, I don't watch anything but that anymore. There is a family that I watch. They're pretty good. I'm assuming the guy works at a chemical plant. He works shift work, and they video. And they don't make a whole lot of videos, but they got some on in their library. I do too, Diane. I really do. And I wish I lived up there close to them. That way we could get out and work out some problems. But in reality, I think honestly, he's making the right move, by moving in with his mom. And that'll relieve some of the pressure on him. It won't remove everything, but it'll help out. Yeah, it'll help out. Oh, I do watch the website I watch is Shannon something, but they have John and Shannon have two daughters that are deaf, and Jaden, she's a horse trainer, and she's good at what she does, and I like watching them. They're funny. That's the thing I miss is family entertainment. Being by yourself, you know how it is. You have interaction with your your family, but it's not every day. You know what I'm saying? So we get it in the era that we're in right now, and you don't have your kids or your grandkids around you every day, and you miss that. I know I do. I miss just having company. Put your shoes on, your feet stink, or go wash your feet. Somebody to tell me that. The only thing I don't miss is what do you want to eat for supper? I ain't got nobody to blame but myself now. If I don't like what I make or what I get, that's too bad because I made the choice. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. You were with her for a long time. She moved in with you, and then she'd gone, and you just missed that company you had around all the time. And up until the last part of my last marriage, I once never in my mind thought I wish I was by myself again. Because I enjoyed it. We had so much fun together that whether it was just sitting at the house or it would go get a hamburger here or there or go to the steak joint. We just had a lot of fun together. We made a lot of trips on the motorcycle, a lot of trips to Memphis. We'd always stay in Robinsonville. Instead, they call it Tunica, but it's actually Robinsonville, where most of the casinos are. But they always call it Tunica because it's right there together. And it was just a good time, fun. Well, when I was young, I thought I was going to be by myself forever. I'd never meet up and get married or anything like that. And all of a sudden, here I am married for the first time. Bam, divorced. Oh, I'm not going to get married again. I ain't hooking up with nobody. Bam, got married for the second time. Now, I always say the third time's a charm. I'm not risking it. I don't want no charm. And my grandma always told me, you better not say never. And the way it is now with my health and all that, this is the way I'm going to be for the rest of my life. There ain't nobody out there wants to deal with a crippled old man. And I'm happy I don't have to answer to anybody or, make joint decisions. I just miss talking and stuff like that. You get tired, your throat gets sore when you're hollering at your computer screen. Tase them, stuff them and cuff them and stuff them, or face plant them, or that's all. That's the talking I do when I'm here. Yeah, cuff them and stuff them. Grab them by their arms and plant their face in that concrete or that asphalt. I always complain about these cop chases. A lot of states and cities don't believe in pit maneuvers. And I see part of the point, but the biggest problem with it is you're at risk allowing these people to drive and not pit them, injuring more people than you would just to pit them and get it over with. A lot of cities and states only if they're doing less than 45 miles an hour. Because I get pissed off sitting here watching them videos. And all these cruisers that they got's got them push bars on them. And that's going to protect their car if they learn how to do a pit and do it properly. They won't even get a scratch on their cruisers. And if they need instructions, tell them to come to Arkansas, by gosh. Our troopers will show them how a pit maneuver is done. Now, Florida's not too bad. They're kind of like Arkansas, but not as they don't do as many. All these police departments nowadays is stop sticks. Set up. We'll get 1,000 cop cars set up with stop sticks, and that'll surely stop them. No, it don't. They might stop the car, but they'll be so far ahead of them, they'll get out of the car and run off, and never see him again. I see too many videos. Now, Diane, where you live at? Are there homes around you? Are you kind of like me, a distance from your closest neighbor? I don't know how your property is. Maybe you need to get a I've fallen and can't get up button. When I fell at work, I was the only one there at the plant. So y'all are more at least you're close to them. Oh, your family. So you're close to them. They if they walked out the door, they could probably see you rolling and thrashing on the ground. Like me, no one would see me, not a soul. Oh, you got one? Now, you know they have watches that do the same thing. Okay. You can get the wristband alert too. I think it has I don't know what they call them, a bracelet, but if you went around your neck, it'd be a lanyard, but I don't know what they call them for your wrist. In fact, you can get a kit that has all of it in it. I'm concerned about my sleeping mask. I got one left, one new headset and one new mask, and I'm going to have to order them like I did last time because my supply store don't have them anymore. They don't have any gel mask anymore. All they got some foam ones. Oh, you got one of them too? Well, by God, you need to start using them. Or quit drinking so much, one or the other. Have you went to the big number telephones, telephones? It's got the 2x2 numbers on it. What was that guy on Saturday Night Live? Leif Garrett, black guy, when he was talking so the hearing impaired could hear what was going on. I can't remember what they call them people. But instead of using sign language or anything, he's just screaming at the top of his lung. For the hearing impaired, this here we have so and so on here to Yeah. Anyway, I always liked back in the day, Saturday Night Live was so funny. I just couldn't wait till Saturday night came along just to watch it. Of course, I knew two things. I was going to watch part of Saturday Night Live, and the other part was making out with my girlfriend. Either her house or my house. We had downstairs with the television and the couch at my house. We'd go down there and take care of business. Then when we was at her house, we just go in her bedroom and take care of business. Yeah, she a good old gal. I did get to apologize to her. That's one thing that had bothered me most of my life. And she says, yeah, she responded and said, didn't have to, I shouldn't have done it that because shouldn't have worried about it. It was all good. It was understandable. But I said, no, you don't realize how it made me feel after I actually grew up and realized what I'd done and said. And I just wanted to apologize. It took me many, many years. I was 16 years old when that happened. It wasn't nothing physical. It's just what I said to her and what I called her. And that was the last thing I'd ever said. And so, yeah, it bothered me because I truly loved that girl. Really loved her. But it was just my greedy over possessiveness didn't want her to go into the Air Force. That's the problem. But she made a career of it. She's a fly girl. One of the guys that I went to school with, him and a classmate of his a grade ahead of me. They joined the Air Force, and he ended up both of them retired as master sergeants. And I still keep in contact with him. After he retired, that's when I started keeping up with him. While he was in the Air Force, I didn't hear from him, and I keep up with him. And the guy that went in with him, I hadn't talked to him since we was in high school. They both retired as master sergeants. And Tommy, I don't know if he still does. I don't know. They moved here for a while, bought a house, and then lived here for a few years, and then ended up selling his house and moving up north in Arkansas. And I don't see him, but I do every now and then chat with him. He got divorced, and when he retired, the lady he was married to, I didn't care for her too much. She was really, really snooty city girl. And I thought, well, I shouldn't say it, but that was probably the best thing that they didn't stay together because, like I said, she wasn't a real nice or friendly lady. But he ended up got together with a girl that was a few years younger than us, and they got married, and they were married for a little while, and then they ended up moving. And another girl, she went into the army. I kind of had a crush on her. I was girl crazy back in them days. She was in my band class, and she went in the army, and I kept up with her from her dad. Her dad would on Fridays come down where we was having coffee at, and he'd sit with us and talk and stuff, cut up with us, and that's how I kept up with her. And she ended up retiring as a lieutenant colonel from the army, and I'm friends with her, but I hadn't actually chatted with her since we become friends on Facebook. So I keep up with a few people that I went to school with. The one that was from my class, he's the one that actually passed away a couple of years ago, a year or two. And I chatted with his wife. We were all three classmates, went to school through high school together. His wife went to school with her from first grade up till we graduated. And so I chatted with her when her husband Randy passed, and for a little bit, and that's the last I've chatted with her. I don't know where Robin is. Patty come in here for a little bit, but apparently she's not here anymore. What am I looking for? 48-31, Fountain Lake won tonight. They got a nice field over there, but it's the same old crappy bleachers they got. I tell you what, you want to see country, look up Cutter Morning Star. They are country. Think they'd probably be better to carry their own 5-gallon buckets and set on them rather than them bleachers. Same old bleachers they had when I was playing football there. Of course, it's just a small school. It's not, maybe, I don't think it's even half the size of my school. There's that. I hear Ben. He's in the bedroom. He just woke up. He's sneezing like crazy. John Jacob. I don't know who that is. I still hadn't seen the score of the Lake Hamilton Lakeside game. I hope Lakeside won that game. Never have liked Lake Hamilton. They're a real snooty school. They think they're better than everybody else. Oh, they did. Lakeside beat them. I'm glad of that. They didn't give a score, but they said they beat them. I'm glad about that. Lakeside, I would consider a private school, but it's not. It's just, damn, I wish I could get a case of that Waffle House slice slab bacon. $60 for a case of it. That's expensive. I used to get that covered wagon bacon back when I started getting it. It was only like $7 or $8 for a 10-pound box. It was always good. I liked a good thick cut. Good stuff. Yeah, one of my friends, he passed away this year. He used to live across the road from me and ended up moving into town. He got cancer and he moved into town where he could be closer to the hospital where he got his treatments at. And he met a lady in town and ended up getting married, and they were living together, and he battled it for probably 7 or 8 years, and it finally got him. His children, his son and daughter, one of his daughters, still own the property there, and I think she keeps a horse on the property. But the double wide mobile home, they had to tear it down, and he had built a cabin up there, and that's where he was staying until he ended up having to stay in town. And I don't know if his daughter's living there or what. And my other running buddy, he still lives in the same house that he grew up in. When his parents passed away, he just took over the house. He's got like 1,000 brothers and sisters, and it's from the same mom and dad. It's not different parents. They're all 100% brother and sister. They live up in a couple of them live in Missouri, and the rest of them live up northern Arkansas. And he's still around, and that's about the only one that's left that's here close. All the others don't live in Arkansas. After they graduated, they went to college or did their own thing and ended up out of the state. $6.61. Well, that's not too bad. My last doctor's visit, mine was still 5.7. It's staying down there. And I shouldn't say it, but you know what? The only thing that I've changed in my my diet is here at the house. I don't drink anything with sugar in it. I've got that case, not a case, but a 12-pack of regular diet Dr. or regular Dr. Thunders. And the only one that ever drinks out of it is Cody. When he comes over, he'll get a can out of it. Other than that, I don't drink it anymore. I found the Diet Cola from Sam's Club, and that's all I drink unless I order one of them diet Great Value teas, a gallon jug. That's good stuff. I drink a gallon in a day and a half of that. So this week I'm going to get 2 gallons. Because that hit the spot. You get tired of drinking the old same thing, and You want something different other than water. And you know that one water that you get at Walmart is not bad at all because it's carbonated and you you, you get the right flavor that you like and it's okay. But the problem is with anything in life, you get hooked on something and it's hard to get off from it. And so I always said if they came up with a Diet Cola that is I can tolerate, I'm gonna start drinking Diet Cola because I was drinking the Diet Mountain Lightnings and I like it still. I hadn't bought any of that in what a month and a half now, something like that. I just been buying 2 liter bottles of Diet Sam's Cola. I bought me 3 cups, them thermos cups, and I'll just fill it up in the morning and refill it through the day. I got them. Linda told me about them because I'd never tried them, so I bought some. The Starburst flavored ones I didn't like, and what was that one? One of them I really liked, but they didn't never keep it in stock, and so I just went back to the American Clear, whatever that one brand is called. What is that stuff? Ice. Ah. And plus, it's. I get 2 of the other bottles for the price of one of these Ice brand. Let's see which one was it that I liked. I think it's a fruit punch. And see, they don't have it now. Clear American's what I drank. What in tarnation's Liquid Death? I guess it's a brand of water. I always drank the Tangerine Mango Clear American. That's one I liked. You could get a pacifier put on the top of it and nurse on it all day. Oh, man. What is that? A 12 pack for $12.50. I just couldn't make myself pay that kind of money for that. I could chug them bottles in no time. I guess I wasn't the only one that didn't like that Starburst flavored ice water. What flavors do they have? Grape, raspberry, strawberry, lemonade. What is that? Oh, lemon lime. That was the one I always wanted to try, but they never did have it in stock. And they still don't. didn't even look at what that one I had cost. Go back to it and see. 84 cents. They went up 6 cents since last time I checked. It was 78 cents a bottle. And you get 33.8 ounces in that bottle for 84 cents. The apple's not bad. I did not like that cherry limeade whatsoever. And the black cherry, it's pretty good. I still got a 8-pack case of Waterloo water here that I've had for years. Anybody want it, they can come get it. Black raspberry, that sounds freaking good. Let's just see if they what selections they have of it. It's only 72 cents, but it is only 17 ounces. 8.64 for a 12-pack of it. Let's see if they got it. Yeah, they got it in stock. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Low stock. You only say that, so I'll buy it real quick. I'll get a couple of bottles of it and try it. Let's save that for later because I just want 2 bottles of it. I better quit looking because I'm up to my limit. I have to start taking products out of my cart and put back in on the shelf. You buying too much. All right, let's get back to regular programming. Yeah, I am proud. Now back to my diet. Really, the only thing I changed is just not frying food. Um, I still snack, I don't, that's something that I can't afford the healthy snacks. All of that stuff is, 3 times the cost of regular snacks. And I don't sit here all day and splurge and gorge myself with it. But yeah, I've got them. And so if I can keep it down in the way I've been doing for the last, what? Well, ever since I've been on the Ozempic, was that probably close to 2 years now, at least, maybe even closer to 3. I don't remember. I finally got it down to a good level. And yeah, I have to take a shot every week, but I'd rather do that than putting 3 pills in my mouth twice a day. And, it helped me lose weight and everything. I honestly can't tell I feel healthier, but apparently I do. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I am. And I'm proud of myself to be able to do it. The only issue I have is my dang practitioner. She's a health freak. Oh no, don't be eating that stuff. Eat vegetables. Eat fruits. Well, if I eat my favorite fruit, you're gonna chew my ass out because it's the wrong fruit. You gotta eat moderate. Can't sit there and eat a whole pound of bananas at one time. I said, I don't. I eat a half a pound at a time. I give her hell. She just sits there and takes it and laughs at it. And I do limit what I eat as far as how much, instead of a whole pack of cookies, I might eat a quarter of a pack. But I think cutting out the fried food actually help as much as anything else. That's the way mine is. She's never yelled at me. When she's telling me what I should be eating, she's smiling and all. She looks everything up on her phone and shows me the evidence of all of that stuff. And I said, well, look at me. I'll give you evidence. This is what I eat. And this is what I look like. I don't think I'm going to get any smaller. That's just the way I'm built. Well, you got to exercise. I said, quit cussing at me. I didn't do nothing to get cussed at. Don't be saying that E word. That's like dropping the F bomb. Get out and walk. I said, yeah, right. Furthest I need to walk's to the refrigerator or to the bathroom. But I love her to death. She has helped me out more than she'll ever know. And I let her know how much I appreciate her too. And as far as everything is my vitals and all of that, and in fact, my BMS, I think they call it the body mass, has gotten smaller too. And fat mass, whatever they call that stuff, has decreased quite a bit. And I did not realize how much what I look like. I did not realize that. That's the thing. You just look at yourself every day, and you just can't picture yourself, and especially when you're alone, because you can't compare yourself to other people. Because not getting out and doing all that stuff, it would it makes a difference. And then when I look at the pictures that I've taken of myself after I retired, and I have to get new shorts. My sleeping shorts I'm having to pull them over my belly because they're falling off from me. I don't do that. If I'm in the kitchen doing something, I'm having to fight my britches to stay up or let them drop to my ankles. And I'm standing there cooking with my pants down to my ankles. And I keep thinking, do I want cookies or do I want shorts? I went from a 3X down to an extra large. And I think I may have to get a large now. I'll have to look at the size of it because I don't remember. Had them on my grocery list and ended up getting put in a layaway. That's what I call the saved items is layaway. What size did I get? Yeah, extra large. And that was 3X. And thank goodness I still had them pants in the closet because all my clothes I'd wear every day was just, it's pitiful. I ain't kidding you. I look pitiful. I look like a homeless person in them blue jeans. And I got so many freaking pants in there. So I pulled 3 pairs of jeans out of the my old closet and hung them in my new closet and just kept all of them back in that other closet. I can dress. I can fit in my Docker slacks now. I kept 2 pairs of them. I got a khaki and then I got a black pair. I kept a hold of them. Only time I ever wore them is either for a Marion or a Berrien. I never wore the khakis. BMI, body mass index. That's what that is, BMI. But I stay happy all the time, and only time I don't is when they don't listen to me when I'm telling them to tase them or cuff them and stuff. Them cops just ignore me every time I holler at them. Then I have to turn it off because I get so pissed off. Then I try to find something to get me out of my bad mood. What a life, right? Yeah. You get mad at watching videos and start hollering and cussing at the computer screen and finally just shut it off. That's the life to live. You gonna leave me already? Don't leave me yet. Everybody's running off. I don't know why I can't. There. Let's get that back on there. Nobody likes my delicious cookies I made. Well, Diane, thank you for coming on here and spending some time and talking with me. I appreciate you for doing that. You have a good evening. What's left of it? It's already 1 o'clock there. Have a good morning, good day. and stay off the floor. I'll talk to you again later. Thank you very much. You're all good. You're good. Take care of your business. All right, good night. I'm fixing to shut it down anyway myself. I've been retraining myself, trying to get my ass in bed and asleep like normal people. And hadn't worked out, but the last 2 or 3 nights I've gotten to bed early, a couple of times a night. Them damn cats, I'm gonna have to start shutting the door because they just bounce on me and wake me up. But that's good. I'm glad they sleep with me. Makes me feel safe having them on me. They crush me, but it's okay. It's well worth it. Fortunately, he sleeps between my feet. And Jordan and Ben sleep on either my chest or my belly. Ben likes to bounce on my belly like a springboard. I think he does it just to piss me off. Well, I'm going to go ahead and shut her down for the night. I appreciate everyone coming in to spend some time with me, chatting with me. I appreciate it. You guys have a great weekend. It is the weekend officially. And take care of yourself. Get you some good food. And I know I won't. Anyway, I'll talk to you again. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you. You take care and be safe out there, okay? Thank you very much.